talk about the J Electronica album on some real shit.
Oh God, that's gonna be funny.
Bro, yo, man, like I just have to talk about it because I'm hearing so much overhypeness with that fucking album,
It
man. It's like
was.
so
And
I got my realness into it.
I remember like maybe I want to say when it came out like a month was it came out like March it came out,
Yeah,
and I was over on the Front Stoop podcast. Shout out to them, and they were reviewing it, and it was hilarious over there because I'm like, this is so overrated, such an over and people was waiting forever for that one. So
forever and a day.
yeah, I'm like, nah, just the stuff I was like the albums people was comparing it to like Cuban Link, like no, never,
Fuck, fuck out of here.
hell no. Jay Z, I would put even if it was Jay Z and Nas doing that album, it still wouldn't be Cuban Link. Not on their worst day,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, and then I know
What up, man?
I'm also gonna talk about fucking R.A. the Rugged Man's new album either this week or next week.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. You know that shit is out of print already on Amazon.
I'm not surprised. It's R.A. the Rugged Man.
Yeah, I was looking today and it's like 26.95 or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
It's out of print already. I'm like, wow, that shit just came out. That's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, I gotta hear that album. I gotta hear that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shit. What's up, Ronnie? What's happening?
Honey, what up?
Yeah. I know, like, hella, I think Ronnie also requested me to do this shit too. I know a lot of people requested me to do this one.
Well, that's good. We
Mm-hmm.
can't talk about the same things all the time. So
True.
you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Like, I've never heard the Escape album either, so that Escape album
Right.
never. So
Oh,
that's
Traces on My Lipstick. You didn't hear that one?
never heard that one.
That's a good one too. I think all three of their albums were good. So
Okay.
yeah.
Shit.
Sam, what up?
Oh, Sam's in the building. Okay.
Yeah.
Sam. Shit. So you heard that LL Cool J dropped like a spoken word poetry or some shit?
Yes. My homeboy just hit me up on my phone about it. I'm like, yo, that is the best bars since 2000 that LL has dropped, and he still got it. Like I want to hear that's the shit from LL I want to hear at this point in his career. You know, because it's not every time. Like I don't remember any song that LL dropped that was a righteous joint like that. Like he got it. Like I want to hear. He need to make that a full song.
I wonder if he's still working on the album with Q-Tip producing it.
Hey, if he do, if that's what we gotta expect from that, then I'm definitely all in on that album because it's like I said, it's been since I want to say since the definition that I heard anything from LL, and I didn't really care for that album either.
Yeah, definition was trash.
Yeah,
Any well, anything after Mr. Smith besides
the GOAT,
Go, which even
right?
that has some is kind of
Yeah. hmm I used to, yo, I had homeboys that they would buy like the 10 album because you know that when he dropped that Paradise with A. Marie,
mm-hmm.
chicks were loving that joint and the other joint, what's the joint he did with Neptune's
I
Love You
forget.
Better?
Yeah, I love you,
That
man.
joint, yo, when that joint came on, women were like losing their minds. So they would buy that album just to impress the women, just to impress no chick.
That's so fucking asinine.
You
That's like, shit. 'Cause I was just listening to that.
Sam said he's
You said what?
Sam said he saw Casino yesterday. You saw Casino for the first time? That's a great album. I got that on DVD actually. That's a great film. You know?
I need to see Casino too.
You never saw it?
Not all of it.
I love the costume changes by Robert De Niro. Like every suit he had was like matching with like his handkerchief or his tie or his socks. I think that was like the best wardrobe for any actor in a movie. That's a great film. That Sharon Stone played his wife, and she was like plotting against him and shit. And Joe Pesci was in it, and it's just a great cast as well.
Yo, Joe Pesci's that nigga that right in front.
Yeah, definitely. What's up, Q? What you was saying? You was about to say something.
Yo, what was I about to say? What were we talking about before?
Before I said Sam saying that he watched Casino, you were saying something.
Oh shit, it'll probably come back to me and shit. I
Mark
forgot.
Morrison, Mark Morrison, the dude from London.
Return of the Mac, that nigga.
That Mark Morrison. That's the only song I know from him. I don't know nothing else.
That's because he's always getting in trouble with the fucking law and shit.
Was he?
Yeah, like he was arrested for assault a lot of times and shit like that. Like
Wow.
he's like the R&B European DMX.
Yeah, that's what he was. That's what he's been doing.
Like nigga got arrested for firearm accessory, kidnapping, car theft, assault.
Jesus. All for one hit, they let it go to their head.
Nigga only dropped like fucking 2 albums and 2 EPs.
Wow.
Like, wow.
Never even heard of him.
Like that, but that Return of the Mac song, oh my
Yeah.
fucking god.
And the beat, I remember the Beat Miners remix for that joint.
Oh yeah, I think I heard that shit a while back ago.
Yeah, crazy. Favorite movie of Eddie Murphy? For me, Beverly Hills Cop. But I actually one of my first movies like that I went to see when I wasn't supposed to go see it was the Golden Child back in the day, and that was a great movie. But Beverly Hills Cop definitely is my favorite one. I never every time I see that film, it's like I always watch it. It never gets old for me.
Okay. Shit, I might have to go with Coming to America.
Christian, what up? Coming to America, great. I'm still waiting for the sequel. They need to drop that trailer. 'Cause I know it's done already, right?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, they need to drop that trailer already.
Mm. I'll be back in about 2 more minutes and shit.
I saw Dog Day Afternoon. Yo, I tried to watch that the other night. Actually, I never saw that movie, and I heard it was good, and I wanted to watch it. So I definitely gonna try to watch it again. With Al Pacino, like he has like I think he pulls off like a bank heist, and the bank heist goes wrong. It's
Wasn't
like
that
they
a,
become like a huh?
that movie's from the '70s, right?
Yeah, it's like a standoff with him and the cops, and
Yeah,
I gotta see. I've never seen that movie before. I gotta see it though.
I've seen like the first half of it. Yeah, fucking Al
Right,
Pacino.
crazy.
You saw that one movie?
Norbit.
You saw what?
He said Ronnie said his favorite is Norbit.
That's a funny one. I ain't going front.
You like Norbit? I saw Norbit a long time ago though. I don't remember too much about it.
Yeah, pretty much it's based about this nerdy ass nigga who
Right,
married this fat girl because he lost the love of his life.
right.
And
I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah, Christian. I gotta hear that Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist. A lot of people been talking about that. But
yeah,
that Fleetwood and Buckwild album, that shit is fire.
shit. Everyone's just coming out with some heat lately. Shit.
Yeah.
Um,
And the Styles P, the new Styles P, that joint is fire too.
oh, so Styles, he dropped a new album too.
Yeah, he got a new joint. Forgot, something David, something with David and Ghost in it. Ghosty Enthusiasm or something like that. But the production on got some joints on there.
But shit. Other than that, like, I'm ready whenever you are, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go.
All right, let's hit it. What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Tribe with building with me.
What up?
The album we are going to talk about today, it's a highly requested album. It is Apollo Brown and Joel Ortiz with the Mona Lisa. This album came out in 2018 on I think Mellow Man Records. y'all should know who both Apollo Brown and Joel Ortiz are. But you know how we always do. You want to ask how we got into their music and shit.
I got into Joell Ortiz like just listening to like a lot of mixtapes, over the years, and I listened to the Bodega Chronicles when he dropped that. That was fire, and I actually have one of those mixtapes. I was trying to find a name for it, but I forgot the name. But he had dropped a mixtape album like in the 2010s, and he had a joint called "Call Me" with Novel. That's really like his only big hit as a solo artist. Cause they used to play that joint on like Rap City, not Rap City. Well, I don't even know. I don't think Rap City was around at that time. But I remember seeing the video a lot. But he when he did that, and then like when he hooked up with Slaughterhouse, and they came out with day two albums, and then when he left school, they took a break, and then he did the little project with Bodega Bams and Nitty Scott MC, the what's the name of that? The No Panty project with Salam Remy, that was fire. And I always thought like, him coming up during those like 2000s, when we had Joe Budden and we had Saigon and Papoose and you know those mixtape cats, you know what I'm saying? True Life, when they were coming up, and he was always like nice with the bars. I remember when Kendrick did that infamous verse on the Big Sean Control song, and had the whole East Coast in an uproar. And Joel Ortiz was one of those guys that answered Kendrick back. Like he wasn't afraid of him. Like he was ready to go, toe to toe with him, and I think he held his own. And that just showed me like, yo, he was always nice with bars. He would battle you. You know what I'm saying? I just thought he was a solid MC. And over the years, he's gotten better. There was a project he did with Illmind. I remember listening to that joint, and then this joint, of course, with Apollo Brown. But he's always been a good artist. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's one of those cats that went under the radar. Even like he never got the chance to come out when he was signed with Aftermath or whatever. That's a shame because I think definitely if Dre gave him the right beats, he definitely would have blew up. But he always put out like solid projects. So I've always been like a fan of his stuff. So that was like my introduction to him.
Ooh, that's a very dope story, bro. Very dope. To me, like I think my introduction to Joel Ortiz was the fact I heard that one track, that Brooklyn bullshit. I want to say that
Right.
came out in his debut album, solo debut, the Brent
Uh,
Diga Chronicles and shit like that. And I remember that always used to come on fucking Rap City, pretty much and shit like that. And
right.
I never really heard a full album from Joel Ortiz to keep it a book with y'all. So since this is the first one, I decided to really just thoroughly listen to it. And as for Apollo Brown and shit, I didn't really get into Apollo until he produced the OC album Trophies, which is a very dope album, by the way.
I love that album.
Yes. Shit. Give me one second. I'm gonna charge my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, Free Agent. That was the mixtape. That came out in 2011 with the joint Call Me with Novel. And he got a joint produced by Premier on that, and the Locks is on that project. You got like Fat Joe's on that project. You got like a lot of different collaborations. That's the joint I was trying to remember. And Apollo Brown, I'm trying to remember like exactly when I started hearing Apollo Brown. It might have been around the same time that Trophies dropped. Cause I wasn't I wasn't up on like people wanted to hear when his group when he was with them and all that. So like when he started doing his own thing, I think I actually saw like it was like one of those producer series that I think Massacre used to have it when they would like make a beat. They had to like find a sample and then make a beat in a couple of minutes or whatever. So
Yeah.
I seen that at that episode with Apollo Brown, and then when I heard the Trophies album, and then I heard the Blasphemy album he did with Rascast. That was another solid one. And then he did one with Guilty Simpson. That album that was a dope joint. So I just been a fan of his too. Even like my favorite one would be him and Sky Zoo, The Easy Truth. I love that album. I think that's a classic Apollo Brown collaboration album. But all his joints, even the joint he did with um what's the cat name, yo? There's another joint he came out with that I like as well. But like all his like albums he done with like Razcast or Planet Asia, the Anchovies joint, that was solid.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like all of his albums, I've always been a fan of his like boom bap production. He's from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's like another Premier to me. You know what I'm saying? He always had that boom bap sound.
yes,
It's like real soulful. You know what I mean?
yeah. You can definitely see a lot of Primo when it came to Apollo Brown and shit like that.
Right.
Especially listening to the shit he done with Ghost. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, yeah. The Sour Soul joint, that was dope too.
Mm,
That was dope. But I felt like beat wise, it didn't have that knock like how he did with like the Easy Truth or with Trophies. Like when you blasting those albums, them shits are knocking in your speakers. I need that sound. You know what I mean? Sour Soul was dope, but I don't feel like it had that knock to it though.
I feel you on that.
You know what I mean? But that was a good project because Ghost could collaborate with anybody.
Exactly. Shit, man. But yeah, man. Let's discuss these artists and shit. I'm gonna start with explaining who Joel Ortiz is. Ortiz is an MC. He was born in Brooklyn, of course. He's a Puerto Rican descent, and at first, he was featured on the Unsigned Hype back in March 2004 of the Source magazine. Whoever was still reading the Source at that time, and pretty much he's at first signed to Aftermath and whatnot, but you guys know how Aftermath is. They take forever just to release an album. So Dr. Dre allowed him to like drop a street album on Cock Records, which was like an independent label at the time and shit like that too. So the first album that he came out was called The Brick Bondiga Chronicles, and yeah, this was definitely he went through like a lot of shit from what I've read when he was doing this album and shit. So yeah, man, this was very, very, very interesting. And so also that year, I mean the next year in 2008, he left Aftermath Records and shit. So he ended up working with Slaughterhouse, which consists of Joe Budden, Crooked Eye, Royce the 5'9", Bless, and they did a track called Slaughterhouse on the digital release on Joe Budden's digital release, Halfway House and stuff like that. So that track was successful, and they ended up forming a group, and the group signed to Shady Records, and they dropped their self-titled album back in 2009, which that album was pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? Pretty solid
I,
album.
I think they went the commercial route. Because I remember seeing one of those videos played a lot on MTV too
Yeah,
back then, and I think they tried to go like the commercial route and try to make it balance where it's like it's marketed as a commercial album, but they're really an underground group.
yes,
So I don't feel like it really worked for them. You know what I'm saying? But they had some joints on it.
yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So, the success of that led them to sign to Shady Records, and originally they left E1 Entertainment because Ortiz was having some creative differences with them and shit like that.
Right.
And now what happened? Now he dropped like another album in 2011 called Free Agent and
Yeah,
shit.
that's the joint I got, Free Agent.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah, that was a mixtape album.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Then fast forward to 2012, Slaughterhouse drops the excuse me, Welcome to Our House album, which I didn't really care for that album to be real.
Yeah. I don't remember nothing off of that one.
Same. Never cared for that shit. Yeah, that was when they were really trying to go for that whole commercial route and stuff like that. But And so, y'all should know what happened. Slaughterhouse had their issues with one another and whatnot. So they kind of died down a little bit. And
They they had issues with Eminem as well. Like that the interview that if anybody's seen that interview that Eminem gave with Sway when he dropped the I want to say it was the comic it was either Revival or Kamikaze album, and he talked about that they had issues with Eminem because the third album that Just Blaze was supposed to do that third album, it got shelved or whatever.
oh wow,
They Eminem is the whole thing that started with Joe Budden and Eminem beef was that when Revival dropped, Joe Budden said on his podcast he thought it was whack. Eminem took offense to that. But on
oh
top
yeah,
of that, what Eminem is saying that he didn't bother them whenever they did a project. Like he let them be, he let them do whatever.
right,
But he was like, there was a point when they were supposed to turn in the album, and they were he said that they were off doing other projects or whatever, and Joe Budden is saying that they didn't recoup no money from the third album, and Eminem is like, well, recoup what? Y'all never turned in the album, but what money is there to recoup? You know what I'm saying? And from Eminem is saying they had their hands in other projects when they were supposed to be finishing the third album, and that's when the problem started with the group and Eminem, and that his whole dream of Slaughterhouse was like to become like the dream team. Like this is the group he put together that he had in his mind of like a dream team of MCs or whatever. But they were having issues. I don't know if they had issues with each other. I know they had issues with Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like I had said before, like Ortiz and Crooked Eye is cool. They just dropped a album like a couple days ago, with, produced by the Heatmakers. So you know what I'm saying? As far as Royce, I don't know if Royce has got beef with them or Joe, but Eminem, there were some issues with him in the group, and that's why the third album got shelved and they got released from his label. So I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying like that's what he was telling Sway in the interview.
oh that's interesting. That's good. Yeah, because I remember hearing a lot of rumors why they broke up and shit like that. So
Right.
yeah, that's all news to me.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move on to Apollo Brown. He's a producer hailing from Detroit. Even though like he was born in Detroit, but he like grew up. No, he grew up in Grand Rapids, but he moved to Detroit. So that's yeah.
Right.
And so he was always producing for cats like OC Vasquez, Skazoo, and stuff like that. And he has like a very strong influence when it comes to like the boom bap sound and shit. So and check out the Brown tape with Ghostface too. Y'all would love that shit. And so fast forward to 2018, both Joel and Apollo, they came out with his Mona Lisa joint and shit like that. Yeah.
His birthday's actually this month. Apollo Brown,
Hey, happy birthday to him. Happy early birthday to him and shit.
June 20th.
Oh wow, okay. That's like 6 days before my grandpa's birthday.
Oh, dope.
Mhm. And, all right, so Mona Lisa came out 2018, and this album has 11 tracks.
Yeah.
Um, First track is like an intro. It's called Brushstroke. So I'm just gonna hear how this shit sounds.
A lot has changed nowadays. People don't make art no more. People don't make music as if it was a canvas. They don't even care no more. I remember when making music was like taking a stroke of the brush and creating something that will live on for years, that'll last a lifetime. Maybe something out there like a Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa.
Yeah, so pretty much with this intro right here, self-explanatory. Just talking about how music's not the same, and
Right.
gets to use like the painting of Mona Lisa as like a representation of how timeless music should be and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I got.
It was cool, you know. I mean, I think a lot of people feel like that now, especially like if you're like a part of the older crowd and you listen to what's out now, you would feel like in any genre, especially that like especially rap, that the music has changed. It's a lot. I think it's a lot harder now to find what you want as far as like take music tastes. But I think that's also the fun part, like being a record, collector or record digger. I think that's the fun part of using the internet to find music that you might not have discovered it, before, like, and discovering new artists. I mean, at least for me, that's how I discovered, you know, artists like The Weeknd and Frank Ocean, that by being on YouTube and discovering, underground cats like Casey Veggies and Mac Miller. So I think the internet is a good tool to look for new art, new music. But I still look for, music that appeals to me. So I'm not gonna go, far left and look for like, mumble rappers or whatever. So I do feel like, the music has changed, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, even now, like you can still there's still dope MCs that's doing it, that's under the radar, and like everything's not about Zelda. You got cats like Room Streets, you got Flea Lord, you got Ito. So there's still that classic hip hop that people can relate to.
You're definitely most definitely about that shit, you know. And this leads us into the next track, which is called Reflection.
Life takes some interesting turns, don't it? It's all good, just can't get off the road. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of this is hard to take. I'm watching them praise the okay and overlook the great. I'm not saying that they ain't straight. Nah, I'm just saying that, never mind, no matter what, they gonna turn this shit into hate. So fuck it, let it alone. Headphones, dead in the zone, like Rick and Michonne. I'm feeling
Love that
better
beat,
on my
though.
own. Took a
Yeah.
sec for me to accept that next time I'm on the road, won't be no Crook, won't be no Royce, won't be no Joe. Just looking at the Hudson River right now, sitting on the rocks, feeling like my reflection's life reflection, is it not? Some people board the ferry, other people dive the yacht, but the waves keep crashing while the ducks just sit and watch. Sometimes I daydream about me sitting at the top. I see the clubs going crazy every time my record drop. I see plaques on the wall and glass cases for awards that I done got, performing for like $1 million a pop. The truth is, it's like one in a million a pop. And the only artists that really get the millions is pop. Being simple is a yes and being skilled is a not. Having substance is lame, using substance is hot. So here I am, still the hottest nigga in my barbershop to get a #1, but not that #1 spot. I'm in a weird place. My fans don't expect me on the charts. Guess what you gifted? Sometimes you wrap yourself into a box. But still I tried. The way I put words together, a little complex or whatever, but still I tried. I'm just speaking from a
Yeah, I fuck with this shit right here.
Yeah.
Nice way to begin the album. Pretty much just talking about, just looking back at himself and stuff like that, just telling the listener who he is or what he's about. That's what I pretty much got from that track. I love that beat though. The beat is
Oh
very
yeah.
smooth. That piano beat made that shit right.
Mhm. Real melodic track, and that line where he says truth is like one in a million to pop. And it sounds like it's like he's reminiscing at the barbershop and about having platinum plaques on his wall and going on worldwide tours. And that's like the dream for every artist, not just rap, but in every genre. And that's when like he really made it. And it's like a reflection type of song. I definitely, it's real vivid. You can like picture what he was saying, and I think it was like a great way to start the album.
Definitely agree with you on that. Definitely agree with you on that. Like definitely has that like coming home feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Now we're gonna play a little bit more of this song right here.
Alright, my bad if I come off smart, I'm just trying to jot down a couple lines and see if y'all like a couple of my rhymes as I jot. more chicken wings fried hard with pork fried rice. Egg roll, 2 duck sauces will suffice. Fill my stomach up until it's time to get nice. 5 cent cups, juice to chase it, a bag of ice. And whatever we decided, we gon' sip on that night. Pocket full of work so fiends can come and get right. 2 green, 1 red dice. You call a point through the weed smoke. Hammer underneath coat. That AB will leave to see you later when that DE choke. Just leave broke. Keep minutes on your cell. A sneaker box to dig in for your bail. And a team full of hitters who wouldn't tell. Wanna get it off quicker, then don't be stingy on that scale. Stuff them sandwich bags overpacked at 12-12. Be on your 4-3 before they first flip cells. That's the pre-music Joell. And Joell, these check writing executives don't really know well. I should win a new.
Yeah, man, definitely a very dope track right there. A lot of dope lines he was saying and shit, about the music business. Like,
Right.
I love that one line where he said, hold on, gotta pull up these lyrics. And he said, yeah, let's celebrate that my apartment ain't from Section 8 no more. Ain't no more hungry nights. Mama, we don't wait no more. The first don't hold weight no more. I tell that waiter wait no more. I gotta watch my figure. I can't put on weight no more. Like, love the double entendres with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like he, like him mentioning about like the fried rice and the chicken wings and going to the studio and making a hit. Like that's hard to do. It's not easy to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta go into the booth and give your best. And I think that's what he did.
Amen to that. Next track we got is My Block.
Careful where I'm from, bro. I'm from that project right there in Brooklyn. Cooper. 13 buildings, 7-story high. But oh boy, did they let it fly. And there we have it. I remember the first time I gave someone $1.50 and they blood hit me. I was drunk, pissy, screaming, boy, don't fuck with me. $1.60 wet, 5'7", but a threat. My boo step, 854 11s through the jets. Projectiles at nighttime, alarm clock on my block. I wonder who I left outside that might have got shot. We smoked L's in the stairs, sip Cisco with thought. The best head was on the roof, that was top-notch top. My Glock cop, bubble boost, I move red tops. Nickels, $5 a pop, 5 for 20 get cop like clockwork. I cop work and Kitty the Shepherd. R.I.P. to the best coke cook, he a legend. A half a G of E&J and big bag of Frito-Lays. Me no play, to jump off my hip, you DOA. See your way through my P's if you ain't from my hood. Cause asking for a building number ain't good. Projectiles the nighttime, alarm clock on my block. I wonder who I left outside that might have got shot. Projectiles the nighttime, alarm clock on my block. I wonder who I left outside that might have got shot. Projectiles the nighttime, alarm clock on my block. I wonder who I left outside that might have got shot. Projectiles the nighttime.
Okay. So My Block, obviously he's talking about like where he grew up at and shit like that.
Man.
Basically just picking up his neighborhood. Just reminiscing about like smoking L's, chilling with the shorty and stuff like that. Then he also reminisced the fact that he was spoiled too. So yeah, definitely fuck with this track right here.
I love it. That he has some and like again, like his verses are always like vivid, like like him growing up in the projects and he's saying, I remember the first time I gave someone $1.50 and they blood hit me. I was drunk, pissy, screaming, boy, don't fuck with me. $1.60 wet, 5'7", but a threat. My boo stepping 54 11s through the projects. Like that's like in any projects, you know what I'm saying? Like you see that all the time, and like just a dope ass beat as well to go with those lyrics, and I solid track.
Very solid track. Give me 1 second. I'm about to go check some on my catch real quick.
Yeah, Edwin. That check out that Hard album. Heatmakers did some tracks. Eric Sermon did a track. I know the Heatmakers executive produced the album as well. Had some bangers on it. Illmind, he did a track as well. I like it. I think it was a dope little collab album with Crooked Eye and Joell. Yeah, Reflections. I like the whole album, Ronnie. I don't know, like my favorite joint. That's hard, man. Because
What album?
Cocaine Fingertips. That was a dope joint. What happened?
Yeah, I just have to boil some water right quick for my green tea, but
Oh, what's up with your roommate? Is he okay?
yeah, he's good.
Okay.
All right. I'll text you more about that later and shit.
Cool.
All right. Then we're gonna get into like cocaine fingertips. I already love the fucking title already. So
Yes.
How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America.
okay, Don King. Okay.
Nothing wrong.
Oh, that's James Brown.
Yeah, I hope this one right here is the one.
Ooh, that vintage like.
Before I say anything that offends you, I just want to say, fuck you and every male that you look up to, your daddy, brother, and uncle, your basketball coach, the public school mascot that used to hug you, that passed to that butt fuck you. Holy shit. Yeah, holy shit. Who's the bony bitch ass living in a holy pitch and clothes that don't really fit? That's the new rap homie kid. Who's the bony bitch screaming, I don't do this, then they blow the dick just like a pro and spit. Like every hoe I know is shit.
Oh, damn.
Kick a live old off a bitch. Grab my Bolsheviks and tell that hoe come cough on this. The headboard banging on the wall and shit. Neighbors bang on the wall and shit. Cause I'm banging the walls and shit. Banging that off the wall and shit. For real? Why that? Where that Barry White at? I said I'm daddy in these blankets. Baby, leave that mic back. I can't believe that she believed that I'd really be right back. What's her name again? Cocaine fingertips. When I get numb, I get numb. Can't even feel the words on my tongue. Got them cocaine fingertips. You gon' be high as a kite as I recite the pure white that I write off these cocaine fingertips. Just stand in front of the store. What I'ma cut it for? It's all raw for them cocaine fingertips.
Yeah, man, this shit. I like that beat though. That shit fucking tough.
All right.
Nice line when he says, that one line he says, because I'm banging the walls and shit, banging that off the wall and shit. For real, why that? Where's that Barry White at? I said, I'm daddy in these blankets. Baby, leave that mic jack. Like, definitely like the double entendre, because blankets, Michael Jackson's son and shit. So, yeah, man, and that beat too, just left how that beat started with those fucking crisp drums that Apollo's always known for. So, yeah, man, very dope track. I'm gonna hear some more about from this.
I love the drums on it, and when Joel says who's the bony bitch screaming I don't do this, then they blow the dick just like a pro and spit like every hoe I know and shit. I off the top rope a bitch and then I woke off a bitch, grab my bulger bit and tell a hoe to come cough on this. Yes, but he's crazy with the bars, man. I love the way he rhymes. Like his rhyme scheme is crazy. So and Apollo Brown on beat for him. So definitely enjoy this.
Oh yeah, man. It's one thing I can always say about Joel is his fucking rhyme schemes and his fucking metaphors and shit too is always on point. Always.
Mm.
Shit, I'm gonna play some more from this.
Yeah, that's some good shit. The nerve of anybody on this earth to think they like me. I'm Godzilla in Japan way back in 5'3", 5'4". The roll fresh off the jaw, Loch Ness monster on the high seas. Sometimes I ask myself, yo, where they find me? My mind be on interstellar, extraterrestrial, biochemical, celestial weaponry. I can sink you into residue. Don't even need the worst of me to get the best of you. A couple healthy words from me and turns you vegetable. Any rapper is edible. I'll clap you off the pedestal, pedal you on the back of my Vespa to an incredible desolate desert location next to some sort of federal military installation and install some more lead in you, then make you write hour 1,000,000 times in blood legible. Do it again. Some people you need it, cause if I see you, I am not cordial. Hold his fist across your head, that's how I forewarn you. Cocaine fingertips. When I get dumb, I
Probably
get
my favorite
numb.
song so
Can't
far.
even feel the words on my tongue. Got the cocaine fingertips. You're gonna be high as a kite as I recite the pure white that I write off these cocaine fingertips. Just that in front of the store, but I'ma cut it for us all raw for them cocaine fingertips. Yeah, that's some good shit. Yeah, bro, that shit is.
That was cocaine fingertips and shit.
And there's a video for that. I believe that's the first single.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, there's a video for that.
Cool. Most definitely. I gotta check that shit out. Then we're gonna get into the grace of God. All right, grace of God, and this features DJ Loss.
Put the headphones on. Sounds so nice. We all crabs in a barrel. Just chose to do my climbing it. Barbed wire ankles, I was winning half the battle. I'm from where the worst thing that you could ever do is tattle. It'll zip your mouth shut and zip you up and skedaddle. I used to walk through the peas and jump from my own shadow. The mountain bike niggas that clap you try to haggle for that chain or that bracelet or that watch or that ring is off the chain. Brace yourself and watch out when it rings. Gum wrappers in my mouth folded up like fronts. I even took them shits out when I rolled up my blunts. I wanted to be like the dealers. Feared like the killers, fresh like the boosters, attitude what the deal is. Niggas ask me where I'm from and I'd say Brooklyn proud. Wore my Timbs all year round and my kush was loud. And the police, they did the same shit y'all seeing now, except camera phones wasn't now.
Alright, grace of God. Okay, so from what I'm hearing in the lyrics, it's pretty much talking about, how he came up and stuff like that, how this generation pretty much, rely on, like, once they get a single thread of money, they should always want to be flashy with their style and stuff like that. And so like, it's a very, very, very dope song. I love how they scratched and mixed that fucking chorus like the grace of God shit. So yeah, this is a very solid song from what I'm hearing.
Definitely a dope song, a nice melodic type of reflective track. And the line where he says gum wrappers in my mouth folded up like fronts. We used to do that back in junior high where we take like the wrapper from like the double mint gum or
Mm-hmm.
like old wrapper from any candy and then like we fold it like fronts in our mouth or whatever. Cause they
Right.
look like fronts, so when we talk or whatever. I remember doing that like back in sixth grade and stuff. And then like the lines at the end of that verse where he's saying, niggas ask me where I'm from and I'd say Brooklyn proud. Wore my Timbs all year round and my kush was loud. And the police, they did the same shit y'all seeing now, except camera phones wasn't out. That shit is relevant right now with what this country is going through. I love that shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is like a timeless joint.
Yeah, I can definitely peep that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like, and it's kind of rare, like how certain times, like when you have like a specific subject matter for your time, for your music, and the beat just
Mhm.
is right with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just found that to
Right.
be very rare. So
I'm just a product of where the youngest move product. We all believe in God, but we look up to the shots. Iron in my goose, test my pride, I let it loose. Just boys in the hood that watch Menace to Society and Juice. I never wanted to go that route. I felt like Cuba in the car without the heart to tell Joe to let me out. Hope God don't judge me when he judge me. The devil worked pretty, damn hard to make it ugly. Know everything that glitter ain't gold, but man, that ice made all that glitter look cold. Thought I was playing without that flick of that glow. Now that I'm wise, I realize that all I get was high. As long as they staring at that chain, they gon' look inside my eyes and see the pain, see the hurt, see the person I disguise. Can't write about it all if there's no words that could describe the images in my head that visit me in my bed. If I ain't talk to the Lord, man, spiritually I be dead.
Yeah, man, that was fucking Grace of God featuring DJ Los and shit like that. Excuse me one more quick time. I'm gonna go get my tea right quick and shit.
All right, do your thing.
Uh,
All right, Orlando, stay safe, man. Favorite Tupac song? Oh man, Ronnie, that's a hard one. Yo. Like it was hard for me to pick 20 songs last week for the beat battle with Pac. So I don't know. Like I got so many. Like I get around. If I die tonight. What else? Trading War Stories. You got so many. Late Night. There's so many songs unreleased that are my favorites as well. So what's your favorite Tupac song? Hail Mary, classic. I actually ended the beat battle with that song because I knew like it's like a lot of people love that song. I had to end it like that. Facts, Sam. Joell is always nice with his punchlines, man. I think he's underrated. Hit him up. Brendan's got a baby up. I had those on the playlist as well. Classic Pac track, especially that Hit 'em Up. I think Hit 'em Up, like for any artist, like Pac was just blatant when he had beef with somebody, you knew like he was just blatant and he would call your name out. He wasn't throwing no subliminals or nothing. Like if he had beef with Jay-Z, he called him out. If he had beef with Mobb Deep or whoever, he called him out by name. And that's something that's missing in rap nowadays. It's like people throw subliminal shots, but they're not really saying nobody name. You know, I think him and 50 were good at that. Like 50, when he had beef with Murder Inc. and Ja Rule and Jada and Fat Joe, he called them out by name. He wasn't throwing subliminal shots. Drop a gem, definitely classic mob track. That's one of my favorites on Hell on Earth. But even with that track, it's like people say like they talking about Pac, but they never came out and said Pac name though. I want them to come out and actually say his name. You know, favorite Tupac movie, Juice. Always loved that movie. Juice. Above the Rim was good too. Like, but Juice definitely is my favorite one. Yeah, I feel you, John. But it's like, what I don't know, like making a diss track to dead people. They're not here to defend themselves no more. So it's like, yo, it don't really have that much of an effect unless they really if anybody have beef with Nipsey and they come out and they make a diss track to Nipsey not here to defend himself. So it's not. It don't have that same effect as if he was actually alive to make a diss track against them. Do I listen to Torre? Yeah, I listen to Torre. I listen to the Barrel Brothers that he did with the homeboy's name. Doing Sky Zoo. He did that joint with him. That joint was dope. I haven't really gotten into like Torre's individual stuff. But he's another slept on MC. I agree, John. If they're alive, you need to tell them. Like, yeah, and I think, like I said, like Tupac and 50 Cent, they were good at like actually calling niggas names out when they had beef with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the only time you really heard like Nas or Jay call somebody name out is if they were going against each other. You know what I'm saying? Or if like when State Property called out the Bravehearts and Nas or whatever. But other than that, it was like a whole bunch of subliminals being thrown. It's like I felt like Pac was the best at doing that. Like he called your name out and you knew who he was talking about. Favorite Prince song, damn, it's too many, man. It's too many. I got like 9 of them on the Purple Rain album alone. I mean, it's so many, man. Girls and Boys, Sign of the Times, Dinner with Dolores. It's a lot of Prince songs that I love. Prince is a legend. He just had too many to choose from. I don't think I can make a 20 track Prince playlist because that'd be too hard to do. Like the Pac one was hard, but I was able to include all the hits and include like a soundtrack joint and an unreleased joint. But Prince many hits.
Oh, okay. I missed a lot of shots. Pac, Prince. Oh yeah, Alonzo.
Against All Odds is a great. You know what? You know what's crazy? Alonzo, Reg was the one that told me to put that at the end of the playlist for the battle Against All Odds, and I ended up playing it in the bonus rounds. I didn't play it for like the regular track list. I ended up putting Hail Mary last, but Against All Odds is a great song.
That's his best. I like that shit way better than Hit 'Em Up. I'm sorry to say.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people, I feel that. A lot of people said that. Like they prefer Against All Odds than Hit 'Em Up.
Yeah, I mean, Hit 'Em Up is cool, but the thing that ruins Hit 'Em Up for me is the Outlaws. I'm sorry.
And see, like for me, I like the Outlaws, but I think the Outlaws were great when Pac was there. Like they're clearly missing him now. But I feel like they had a chemistry because like it was like a brotherhood for them. It wasn't just like a group. Like they I think his godson or his god brother EDI was a part of the group or whatever.
Yep.
So there's a chemistry there with Pac and the Outlaws. But I think once you take Pac away, they're not the same anymore. Then like they lost members. They lost Gaddafi. They lost Big Syke and Napoleon like moved to like Africa or something like that.
Right.
So they lost. They only have Young Noble and EDI right now. So I don't know what happened to Castro or Storm and the rest of them cats.
I know Storm did an interview a couple years ago. I know that. I don't know if it was on Vlad or Hip Hop DX, but I gotta look up.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, they're not the same.
True. And favorite Prince song, Adore. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yep. Because the reason why I like that song, it's romantic, sentimental. It had its usual Prince humor to it. But
Right.
the beat to that song, it doesn't even sound like it was made in '87. It's even made like today and shit like that. Da, 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 da. And then he adds in the little the little shit that he throws in the beat is what really makes the song. And then once he hits that falsetto, like try. Like, oh man, I can just talk about that song all day and shit on some real shit. But yeah, man. The next song, the last song we played was "Grace of God."
There's a video for that as well.
There is? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good looks. All right. I didn't even think this album had like any singles or videos because it was not on Wikipedia or anything like that.
Right.
So the next track is called "That Place."
Here we go again, huh? I'll meet you over there. I can't stay in that place, man. know what's gonna happen in there, man. Good news, bad news. Shit. Pacing back and forth in that hospital hall. No phone signal, I could not get a call. Ain't speak to doctors at all. My only voice in my head, like you got a game today, I'm watching you ball. I'll be there soon, let me stop at the store. At one of the off games, I couldn't get one shot to just fall. The coach benched me at 40-something alike, forgot what to score. I opened my flip to a barrage of missed calls. Some from anonymous, but a lot that I know. I hit my partner back, you like it's right, my nigga, they shot him up, Joe. I'm like, what? He like I'm parked outside the park, man, let's go. I left my gym bag and hopped in, not him, we just chopped it up. He said he was on his way to watch me shoot, and now they shot him up. I'm in the ER like, where my boy, man? They shot him up. A bloody gurney race spot. He looks at me, they shot him up to ICU. I lost my homie on that third floor. Can't believe that I'm the last person he saw. I swear to God, I hate the hospital. I can't even stand the smell of that place. It's the sin of sickness and death. Tears dwell on your face. They whisper news, but they hit you like they yelled in your face, man. I swear to God, I hate the hospital. I mean, no disrespect to what the nurses or the doctors do. Sometimes I make a miracle appear from the impossible. But when my people there, getting out of there is an obstacle. Pacing back and forth in that hospital hall. No phone signal, I could not get a call. Ain't hear from doctors at all. My mama voice in my head, like this ain't a game, don't let them condoms come off. But I want to feel it, so I'ma go raw just one time. But one time mean every time. And one time, that fun time, ain't quite pull out in time. And now it's sun time. I walk into the room throwing some scrubs. My baby mom pushing, screaming for that depot shot. Sweet.
So yeah, he's pretty much talking about some heavy shit. It seems like he's talking about, one of his friends getting shot, and he was like rushing the hospital and stuff like that, and then he ended up passing away.
Mhm.
And so pretty much the other part of the song was probably when he's talking about his son being born, and he pretty much there was like some complications with his birth, like he had a C-section procedure, and even though like the baby was successfully born and stuff like that, it still haunts Ortiz and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is that fucking vintage Joell Ortiz again with the vivid storytelling. Like you can tell like he was influenced by like a mixture like Cool G rap and Scarface and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Again, another strong track off this album and stuff like that. And that beat by Apollo was tough as usual too.
Yeah, like everyone has said, like both verses start and end in the opposite way. Like the first verse, he talks about his homeboy dying in the hospital, and that's a somber moment. And then like in the second verse, he talks about his baby, his son being born, and that's like a joyous occasion. And I definitely share his sentiments on the hospital because I never like going to the hospital. I've lost my aunt, my grandmother, and my grandfather in the hospital. So it's never like a good thing to see like your loved ones laid up in a hospital bed and you feeling helpless, like you can't do anything for them. So I definitely understand what he means by he doesn't like I don't like the hospital album. And definitely a great track, and I like that little melody with the girl. I like that. That Apollo Brown could find like this littlest things for a track and make it sound dope. It goes like the sample goes a long way because that sample could shape like that whole track. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I this is definitely one of my favorites on this album.
Definitely, I definitely see what you have to say about that. Yeah. And yeah, like those eerie samples, like not just Apollo Brown uses, but even Static Selector wants to throw like an eerie sample, and shit like that. But with him, he's influenced more with that whole chipmunk soul a little bit.
Right. I agree. Mm-hmm. That's something that we saw from like early Kanye in the 2000s. He did that.
Yes.
Hell,
it started with RZA. I would even put more respect on RZA when it came to like, Forever. Yeah.
Right. True. That's true.
Well, I said this once on my Instagram. That's your favorite producer's favorite album and shit. That's all I gotta say.
RZA. Oh yeah.
Sure. John Raddick said, "Damn, Cool G rap has no equal." Yeah, you're right about that, boy.
Right.
You're right about that.
But I think what Reg meant was like he learned from the best, like Cool G rap and the Canes and the Rakims and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I definitely like this song and shit like that.
Yeah.
Very solid track. And then we're gonna get into like the next track, Word. Which, a little disclaimer, I'm not gonna play like, y'all should know, like I'm not gonna play like the full song. So some songs I play longer than others. It's just
Right.
YouTube with this copyright bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not you, dog. These bitches tell it all. You ain't special, nigga. Just what that pussy with pillow talk can get you. You ain't even know I knew Vanessa, did you? That's besides the point. From manhunt to escaping that manhunt when we robbed the joint. We smoked L's to the brain on the roof. Washed it down with a cup of E&J and a loose. We got fly road trains to the deuce. When I got signed, I had models let niggas run train and chuck deuce. But when that change low, it'll change go. And real niggas never supposed to mention when they exchange dough. Them quote-unquote loans was gifts. Did I complain? No, cause you was my nigga. Now my nigga trying to line me up. But trust me, boy, I'm ready, fam. I got a whole lot of fetty and my shooters got a steady hand. So you come try to take what I used to offer, and that block where you stand is that block they gon' scrape you off of. Word to my mother. Word to my mother. I can't stand you, you can't stand me. Later on that night, fine and dandy. We break up Monday, Tuesday family. That was just us though, cause you was my candy. Sweeter than a licorice Twizzler, thicker than a Snicker. My little snack, I go way back with you. I paid your mom's rent when that welfare dissed her. I put hands on that dude that used to hit your sister. For this song, you'll be Melissa. Melissa, you let me down. I thought you'd always be my hitter. My hitter been making rounds. I saw the paperwork on Victor. You pointing niggas out, singing like the Pointer Sisters. Damn, nigga, what you gonna say?
Pretty solid track, but I have to admit, I felt like the beat could have been a little bit more better.
I agree.
It just feel like it wasn't finished and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you said what?
I was saying it's one of those like acapella tracks without no beat.
Right. But yeah, definitely. Ortiz definitely did his thing with this one. I really don't know what the hell he's talking about. I guess I don't really know what the hell he's talking about, to keep it a buck. But
the second verse, he's talking about. It seemed like he's talking about like an ex-girlfriend or something.
yeah, I kind of see that with the lyrics and stuff like that.
Right.
Some chick named Melissa.
Mm-hmm. I paid your mom's rent when the welfare dissed her. I mean, that's hard, man.
You point out niggas singing like the Pointer Sisters. Okay. Shit. What you think about this one?
I like the second verse more than the first verse, but like the acapella tracks I don't really care for, because I like my beats to knock in the speakers, but like I think Westside Gunn is perfect at these type of beats. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a lot of those beats like on those Sittler mixtapes, and you know, Fly God is an awesome God. He has, you know, Westside Gunn is great at these type of acapella joints, but I think that it needed more bass heavy. But
Right.
I like the second verse, you know, him talking about, you know, his ex chick Melissa.
Yeah, and I like how you mentioned like Westside Gunn too and stuff. I notice how a lot of these beats has like a very Griselda-ish kind of feel to
Right.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially listening to like Supreme Bontel and stuff like that.
Right. And the thing is, it's ironic you say that, because Westside he's done an album with Apollo Brown, but it hasn't dropped yet.
Really?
Yeah, like I remember he said that in the interview like way back. He had did like a lot of drinks with Apollo Brown, but it never it hasn't come out. Like it was so many that they could have did an album, but it never dropped.
But that's wild. That's wild as hell and shit like that. But Yeah, West Side and Apollo. Ooh, that would be kind of interesting as fuck. You
Yeah,
know?
I believe Apollo did that Project Niggas joint with him and the what's his name? Dude from Cannibal Ox. I forgot his name. You know,
Yeah.
that's an Apollo beat that he did.
Okay, bad, bad. I gotta peep that
Yeah.
shit. Peep that shit. All right, next track we got is called Decisions. This is like the lead single off the album and stuff like that from what I'm reading. Pretty much talking about him growing up as an artist and shit, you know. Excuse me.
Oh boy. Just saying. I don't know. Think about this, man. Think about it. Not to lose, man. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, now which way I'ma go? Keep moving this fire blower, spit a fire flow. Hit the roof or hit the stoop and watch the sirens blow. Carry a cat or a knapsack, my nigga, I don't know. Decisions, ratings are sit in the kitchen. Round flex or Pyrex, shit, which is your vision? Hit the block or book a studio block. Push all the rock or push yourself to rock a #1 spot. Hit him with that bounce and find a nice pocket. Or stash another 8-ball in your side pocket. Kill him with the talent or kill him with talents. Metaphors and similes or metal with chimneys. Small hallways or songs all day. Carrier, sword off gauge or get hauled off stage. Hit the plug and get a quote or write some quotes, boy. Have him like that boy dope or be a dope boy. Decisions. Honestly, I don't know what to do. This rap don't pay the bills, but these krills, man, they move. But if I go to jail, man, I lose. Decisions. Honestly, I don't know what to do. This rap don't pay the bills, but these krills, man, they move. But if I go to jail, man, I lose. Get it in my...
Yeah, very interesting track right there.
Yeah.
Just talking about like just basically there's some lines in this song that I really do want to talk about. Like when he says like he's not making money, pretty much like he's not making money and shit like that in this one line. And it's kind of funny how a lot of these rappers and shit like that, they come to the hip hop game, they automatically think they're gonna get rich. They try to front everybody, like how remember that show Cribs back in MTV when rappers
Right.
that try to front with them big ass houses when doing damn
Mhm.
well they weren't living
Right.
like that. Yeah, man. That's why I loved Red Man's episode of Mariah Carey's.
Man, that's a classic one.
Yeah.
He had the money in the Nike
Hmm.
sneaker box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That proves how Red Man was so real and shit like that.
crazy.
But yeah, man, and it's just so vivid talking about and like how people grow up as an artist and shit like that,
Right.
and they're trying to see how much of an impact they will leave and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, because people, whenever you're in a spotlight, everybody's watching your every move, no matter what,
Right. Hmm.
no matter what.
That's a song with that beat was sampled by I want to say it was either GP Wu or Pop the Brown Hornet. I
Oh,
forgot the name of that song they did back in the '90s, but that song was sampled from their joint. But definitely a dope song, and he has some lines on there. Stay in the trap, or try to rap and keep up with Weezy. Try to impress Nas, J, and Easy. Get your CD up in peace and riches, or getting rich off the PC. So yeah, definitely. I feel like Joel Ortiz definitely could be in a conversation to come to like spitters, man. He got it. And definitely a dope song.
yeah, definitely, man. Definitely a very dope song right there and shit like that. I'm gonna listen to a little bit more of this shit.
Right.
Neighborhood or fuck up the city. 12 skinnies don't plug up the MIDI. Half the fiends feeling like they bass jumping. Cause your bass jumping, or get that bass jumping. Decisions, trust me, this wasn't too easy. Stay in the trap or try to rap and keep up with Weezy. Try to impress Nas, J, and Yeezy. Get your CD up in PC riches or keep getting rich off the PC. Show off in that whip cause your album is sick. Or shit, pull up to that bitch like you Alpha and Rich. Go in and out of town and get that show money. Or go in and out of town and get that low money. Fill that sneaker box, 999 trap money. Or W9 1099 the tax money. Work a single non-stop until you make it crack. Or throw that powder in the pot until you make it crack. Decisions. Honestly, I don't know what to do. This rap don't pay the bills, but these crews, man, they move.
Shit, man. Definitely very dope track. That's
Probably
next to Cocaine Fingertips and Grace of God, and that might be my next favorite track off this
Ashley,
album.
what up?
Oh, Ash is in the building?
Yeah.
What's up, Ash? What's up? Shit.
I think Ronnie asked her before, like, where's Ashley?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I told her that Ash might come after and shit like that.
Right.
After the review, just chill with us for a little bit. So
right. This is too hard for Ashley. She's still working her way up.
Shit. But yeah, that's fucking Joell Ortiz with that Decisions. Next track is the only song with the rap feature called Timberland Up. And it features Voice the 5'9". And pretty much just talking about, stomping on motherfuckers, a braggadocio track. It's according to the samples, a Nas sample made you look, so I can't wait to hear this shit.
Right.
That's the way you get Timberland up, yeah. That's the way you get Timberland up. Word up. That's the way you get Timberland up. That's the way you get Timberland up.
If this was my first impression, I'd be not impressed. This generation held hands and skipped a lot of steps. Don't need a navvy to find these people that I address. I had Rockaway in my dresser. These niggas rock a dress. Let's rewind to that play button that I would press. My warfare never hopped off my hip. I'm hip-hop to death and seem to still be breathing. I ain't leaving till I'm out of breath. Wheezing, I'm still squeezing some speaking to get up off my chest. Don't toot on your hero, lukewarm. If we spart, it'd be so hard to recover my shoehorn from his ass. I just laugh at the masses. I'm flabbergasted. The fact is that we had averaged so long we lowered the standards. I stand here as a standout act and can't understand how y'all all standing and clap at this rap like it's outstanding. I withstand it enough. Take this bitch hand in a snuff and I'll book you like promoters that hit your manager up. You could be on the floor bleeding if you still acting tough.
That's the way you get Timberland up.
If you acting like a gangster with a white flag waver,
That's the way you get Timberland up.
Don't suddenly get hot and start fronting on your block.
That's the way you get Timberland up.
If they run up with the drop and you don't come off what you got,
That's the way you get Timberland up.
The problem with the shit you say is y'all just ABC. My father's a G, UDA, I reside in the D. You ever try to play with me, must be ADD. You gon' have to hire AAA just to fly to A3C. How could you kill a man who you ain't socially a psychoticus? I wrote this beat on papyrus in the pyramid BC. You gon' see these Timberlands in 3D. You gon' be able to smoke the tree that's on the side of these on GP. As far as war, man, I'm about as prepared as my grandma is for prayer. And I'm a rich player, no handouts at all, dog. I wrote this motherfucker gun stuck to me. I watched the wheels fall off, then I ran out of despair. I send niggas at you in broad day just to air case. Triggers and click clap, you killers and six slap.
Okay. You can never go wrong with Voice the 5'9" and shit like that.
Wow.
Man, that shit goes fucking hard. That beat is so tough. Definitely a dope track right there. First of all, I love the title, Timberland Up. I love that title, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had to say, like, Voice definitely, has some of the best lines on this track right here and shit like that. And I'm so glad in this day and age, Royce is getting the recognition he deserves. Like beginning like in the probably the 20 teens and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So glad about that shit too. He had this line where he says, "I rode this motherfucker, gun stuck to me. I watched the wheels fall off, then I ran out of despair. I send niggas at ya in broad day, just to air case. Triggers will click clack your killers will six slack you. That's bare face." Like, whew, just went in on that track right there. So yeah, man. Definitely a very, 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 very dope track right there. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yep.
and according to I want to say Edwin, he said that there was like a remix with
Oh
Crooked
wow.
Eye, and hold on, King Crooked and Royce and 592. So yeah, I definitely want to peep that shit.
I gotta hear that. But definitely Royce, another dope lyricist, finally getting his props after so many years. And I remember back when the Rock City album was delayed so many times to come out, you
Oh,
know, and
too.
he definitely getting it. And then he went through that whole fiasco with D12 and that whole beef. And is him and Eminem gonna do the become a Bad Meets Evil? And that definitely getting his props now. I like his lines when he said you're gonna see these Timberlands in 3D. You're gonna be able to smoke the tree that's on the side of those on GP.
Right.
Killed it. And then the lines that Joell said, I had Rockaway in my dresser. These niggas rock a dress. That's the one that I play button that I would press. My Walkman never hopped off my hip from hip hop to death. And I could definitely relate to that. I wore Rockaway stuff for like from like '03 to like '08. So, Rockaway and Tim's in the fall in New York, that was the dress code back then. So definitely a dope collab on it.
Yeah, man. I remember when Rockaway was like really popping and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the 2000s. It was Rockaway, Sean Combs,
Yes.
Fubu's, then a
Uh-huh.
bunch of G units and shit like that.
Right. I wasn't too big on Sean John. I might have had like one or two T-shirts, but my whole thing, Rockaway costs less than Sean John, depending
Facts.
on what you got. Like you got like the foot the hooded fur winter coats, like the Sean John, those joints cost more than the Rockaway winter coats. But Rockaway being because I love Jay-Z, that was like my thing. So I wore Rockaway a lot back then.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I remember I used to have this one dope ass Rockaway shirt, but I think I actually burnt had a little burn by accident. I think I actually burned it by accident and shit like that while I
Oh,
was smoking.
you was smoking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Oh, man.
it was like it was like a huge burn, but it was getting tight on me anyway, so I just like fuck it.
Right. True.
Yeah, man. Definitely dope track right there. So now we're gonna get to the next to last track. Come back home. I wonder what this song's about. I already love that intro.
Wow. Just yesterday, I was backflipping on pissy mattresses, smoking blunts under the fucking slide in the park and shit. Wow. I scroll through the gram and see old friends I hung with. Had a couple drinks, smoked blunts with, did dumb shit with. Slum shit, slung nicks and rung fifths. Run quick, hop over gates, escape that one trip up north. I ask myself, what I do so different? How did me and the younger me become so distant? Or are we not? Or the pieces of that block and parking lot parked up under this facade of a kid who made it out but still feels trapped cause his bills stacked in hip-hop, minoritized real rap, that's real rap. I purchase things and get alerts from my banking app like, boy, you ain't supposed to be doing that. Who you think you is? You ain't never had no single on the charts, and only thing top 40 about you is that new Glock sitting up in your closet next to that old trap phone. You might have to pick both of those up and come back home. Oh, you come back home. You come back home. Come back home. You come back Sometimes we go far and forget who we are, and we gotta come back home. Yeah, I'm one of the few can say I made it out. But when I got out, did I do the things to make it count? Did I invest, find some things to feed my bank account? Or did I buy material shit that I could have stayed without? It's my time, I'm real ill. I'm about to get meals. You haters with ill will, take chill pills. That ain't how I still feel. Thought I'd forever be a...
Interesting. Okay. So what I got from that track, come back home, like I guess what I got from it is like you get so successful in the rap game and you start being flashy and whatnot. And then
Right.
you have to remember the fact that, you know, you still such and such from, you know, the Brooklyn and stuff, and you're still the regular guy besides besides like the whole like hip hop superstar and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That beat, the beat by Apollo was definitely dope. Excuse me. I want to find out what sample that is and shit like that, to be honest. But yeah, I fuck with this track. Right? I definitely fuck with this track.
And like Edwin said, like sometimes we go far and forget who we are. We gotta come back home. Definitely agree with that statement, because we seen this all the time with like celebrities and athletes where they leave the hood and they get rich and famous and then they can't come back to the hood. When Stephon Marbury came back in New York to play for the Knicks, back in like '04, and he realized that you can't come back to the hood and you rocking like 2 and 3 chains at the red light in your Bentley and they rock. So
Right.
it's like sometimes you get too big for here that you can't come back. I remember back when Mobb Deep at first came out with the Infamous, and they say no matter how rich they are, they staying in the projects forever, and you can't do that in Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like they get lost within themselves that they forget who they are, and then it's too late for some of them. So I definitely agree with that, and I like the song. The song was definitely dope, and when Joell saying only thing top 40 about you is that new Glock sitting up in your closet next to that old trap. I have to pick both of those up and come back home.
Right.
But definitely,
Yeah, man. We need more hip hop songs like this, like this.
yeah,
Like that. We
I
need more
agree.
hip hop songs because a lot of these new rappers that's coming out, they do some stupid shit. They do shit for attention and shit like that. And
Hmm.
next thing you know it, they are over here trying to beg people to like support them and shit like that. When the
Right,
sales go down because people are just tired of the antics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So yeah, that's Come Back Home. And the last track off this album is called Mona Lisa.
The beauties and the flaws. I wipe the cold out of my eyes and let the light in. Look to the sky as I'm inviting the sunshine, the lightning, the rainfall, the downpour of snow and how it whitens the whole ground, and somehow that brightens my whole day. Run away, no way, come right in. I'm one with all the elements, the benefits of right in is I can remain here but go there. I'm flying, I'm falling, the parachute just open, look I'm gliding. Arriving thoughts heightened to the point I feel a slight wind. Goosebumps appear, you see them clearly on my light skin. Let it begin swarming, words form and take shape without a warning. I can feel my palms warming, it's happening again. All that I'm imagining is transferring onto this palette as I scratch it with a pen. The first facet of a gem. The corresponding scriptures start matching at the end. The sound alike, my sound bites are at a 10. The tone in my headphones have grown to a frequency unknown. Some of us call it the zone. Every instrument is on their own, but not alone. It's like we rent separate apartments in a harmonious home. All I see is sounds. All I hear is colors. All I feel is nothing. It's a numbness like no other. Time is non-existent like forever in a moment. Wish this moment was forever, but it's forever been just moments. I'm staring at a canvas that was once blank. Contemplate if this was read aloud, then what would one think? How would they perceive it? Will everyone receive it in the light that I intended? Comprehending every meaning, or will they just breeze through it like a gentle summer evening? Is this even worth leaving my easel? I flip the sheet and there's a brand new canvas waiting for me. How convenient. It's eyebrow raising how I scrap a Mona Lisa.
All right, that's like the last track of this album and shit. Nice, him spitting bars and shit like that. You know, that
Right.
definitely has like a sentimental finale sense to it and shit like that. I like the line where he says, "Without a warning, I can feel my palms warming, and it's happening again. All that I'm imagining is transferring onto this palette as I scratch it with a pen. The first facet is for Jim." Like I just like how descriptive his lines were and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah, and that beat again is very dope too. Like Apollo
Hmm.
Brown. Again, not enough good things to say about this guy right here. So I fuck with it.
And he basically like talking about, creating a song like or like a painter would create a, like the Mona Lisa. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm staring at a canvas that was once blank. Contemplate if this was read out loud, then what would one think they would? How would they perceive it? Will everyone perceive it in the light that I intended? And that's basically what when I'm making a masterpiece, they're doing the same things. Like how would everyone perceive my art after it's finished, and as
Right.
it's like he's like his own painter when it comes to this track. An artist goes hand in hand with painting and with music, and they create shit on the canvas like a painter would, and I definitely get the whole meaning behind that. So I think it was like a great way to end the album.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Well, since this is the first time I'm hearing this album, I fuck with this heavily. You know, for the first like Joel Ortiz album I heard it before, I feel like this project definitely has like a very strong boom bap sound towards very strong boom bap.
Right.
Apollo some of his best beats as far as I've heard on this project right here too. Um, if there was one song I could have done without, it would probably be
Mhm.
that word song, but I'll let it slide too. I feel like
Right.
Joel definitely went a little personal with this album right here. And I'm gonna give this a 5 mics up here. I'm definitely gonna give this album a
Yeah.
5 mics.
Definitely a solid album. Great melodic boom bap production from Paulo Brown, and some great songs on here, and great bars from Joell. My Block and That Place, Cocaine Fingertips, Reflection. Some great songs, man. I definitely think this is one of the best. To me, I think this is, I want to say Joel's best album as solo, but I feel like Paulo Brown, he has great albums as well. So this is just another great album from him as well. So definitely a solid album.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for definitely recommending me do this project right here because like I said, I definitely want to do like a lot more hip hop albums like from the 2010s and shit like
Right,
that.
right.
Um, this Thursday is gonna be the infamous J Electronica.
That's gonna be funny.
Oh man, oh man. Because I know people wanted me to do that one, and at first I didn't want to do it, but I was like, you know what? Let me just throw my 2 cents into this on some real shit. Let me just throw my 2 cents. And here she
Right.
is.
Hey Ashley,
What's up, Ash?
what's good?
Shit. Yeah, man. Like, I was just telling everybody I'm gonna do that fucking the J Electronica album this Thursday, which I'm not looking forward for it, but I gotta put my 2 cents. Mm.
Jay-Z outshined him on that whole album, man. Like he watched him on his own debut album. Like that's embarrassing.
Oh, we going to talk about Jay. We going to talk about Jay. But Ronnie said Showtime at the Apollo or Soul Train. Ooh. Mm. Damn.
Soul Train, but Showtime on Apollo was good for a new artist to showcase their talent.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
wasn't they booed Luther on that show, right?
Did you do?
They not on that show. They when Luther was a new artist, he went to the Apollo and he got booed off the stage.
Really?
Yes, I remember hearing about that. But I don't think the show was around then. But just as a new artist, when he went to supposedly when he went to Apollo, they booed him his first time there.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Well, you know they booed Lauren Hill too, so I'm not
Right,
surprised.
right.
Shit. What about you, Ash?
Um,
Ash
Probably have
wasn't
to
born
go
yet. You
with.
can't answer that.
I wasn't born. I wasn't even born at that
He
prime.
wasn't born.
Nah, I wasn't born when Showtime came out, and I know, of course, Soul Train, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to go with Soul Train just because I've seen more Soul Train than Apollo.
Right.
Like when I was growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and from what I've seen of Apollo, it was very. I love the fact that I would give the Showtime and Apollo more for the fact that they had more live performances in comparison to
Right.
Soul Train.
Right.
Because we all know that Soul Train, certain artists perform live and shit like that. So, Don Cornelius didn't want to pay all that money and shit.
I thought everything was taped though. They only had like certain artists perform live.
Yeah, like you have people like James Brown perform live, Aretha, Average White Band, Elton John, so on and so on.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Hell, even Curtis Blow did the breaks live and shit. He was the first rapper on Soul Train.
Right.
And personally, the live performances of Soul Train are like my personal favorites and shit.
What does that mean, John? Jay's too fancy to do better? I don't understand.
I don't understand that either. I guess he's too elegant or he's too veteran, I guess. I don't know.
To do better with what though?
Shit. Oh, Sam asked, have you ever listened to Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z?
No, I haven't.
She's working her way up. There's levels to this shit, Sam.
Yes.
After
Yeah.
we moved out, she's gonna get to the Tupac stuff, and then she'll be right there with us.
Oh shit.
Maybe next year this time we could get her to talk about some Griselda stuff.
Ooh. Shit. Ronnie said favorite song from Jay-Z. Regrets.
Oh man, that's hard. Ronnie, you should ask all these hard questions, yo. I can't pick one.
I can't either.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Regrets from Reasonable Doubt, in my opinion. Like, he was just speaking. It's just one of those Jay songs. Like the final songs, always he's speaking the realest shit.
Mm-hmm.
Regrets. Another favorite of mine I love. Is from the Volume 2 album, Reservoir Dogs and shit.
Oh yes, I love that.
Yes.
Great collab, great posse cut.
Mm-hmm.
Who you think had the best verse on that track though?
Probably B. Siegel, I think.
I was gonna say Beans too. And
Yeah.
and Sheik killed that in the beginning.
Oh, facts.
That part we said to kicking rhymes till the Biggie poster move on his wall.
Woo!
Crazy. That's probably one of the illest Sheik verses I ever heard.
Yeah, like I said, niggas be sleeping on Sheik like it's no joke, man.
Right.
Shit.
Oh, he said that he's too soft. But I mean, what do you mean? Like soft with? I don't know what you mean, John. I mean, Jay came from the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like he was hustling. He was writing rhymes on brown paper bags from the bodega. Like how is he soft?
Right.
I mean, it's a different Jay-Z now with him having 3 kids and married, but I never looked at Jay like he was soft.
Yeah, I just saw he just blew up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He just blew up. Like that's what I'm saying. Like certain, like Jay-Z. I mean, I think the only way you could come back to the project is if he was doing a show or a fundraiser. He can't come back just walking through the projects like that. He definitely needs security with him.
Shit. They'll probably have Jay looking like Michael Jackson, that Bad video and stuff like that. You ain't bad.
Of course.
You ain't down with us no more.
He can't come back just like on his own. He can't walk through the projects on his own like that.
If you're bad, you're nothing. Yeah, man. Ronnie said mine is Threat from the Black Album. Okay.
I love that. That 9th Wonder joint. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, that was a joint that put 9th Wonder on the map, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Boombox or record player?
Shit. Damn.
Boombox for me. Because, I mean, even though I grew up around the record era, but boomboxes for me. I still got I got 2 boomboxes still. So
Boombox.
I'm gonna go with record player.
So you can't take the record player outside with you. You can take the boombox on the front porch.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, if I have the right, if, let's say if I DJ and shit, like I have a turntable and shit like that, and put the records on, I
Right.
can probably make that shit work.
Oh, you meant J Electronica is soft. Well, yeah, you know what the problem is? I think on that album on the album we talk about, he was talking about like sandy beaches and Bugattis. I'm like, this is not the same J Electronica.
Cause like, I just feel like he just did this for the whole coronavirus bullshit, just to shut everybody up.
Yeah, right.
Cause like a lot of those songs, like "Shiny Suit Theory," I heard those years ago and stuff like that.
Right. That's an old track.
Like da da da, ding ding
Yeah.
ding. That should go
And,
hard.
and Pete Rock and CL still use that sample better.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I got plenty love. Ah, I
Yeah.
didn't review that Main Ingredient album. I've never reviewed that album yet.
We did that together. We did that already.
We did Main Ingredient when?
Yes. We did that last year on my channel, yeah.
Oh yeah, we did do it on your channel. I didn't know. That was like a while back.
I mean, I could always give you the video so you can upload it to your channel. So,
Okay, perfect,
you know what I
perfect.
mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ronnie, on that, hey, Ash, Ronnie asked, "What's your favorite Prince song?"
Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Monty coming with the hard questions tonight, man.
Oh my god, there's more than one favorite Prince song I like. I Would Die for You,
Ooh,
Purple Rain. How Come You Don't Call Me.
yes.
Um, I know. I guess back during the 2000s era, I know he had like a few songs here and there. Like Hugs and Kisses, but on the radio they title it X's and O's, so I guess that's what it means.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love like the longer version of "I Would Die for You." Doing like,
Really,
what
Jodeci, you know.
is your favorite Jodeci song? Ooh, damn.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what he got.
Now you're bullshitting, right? Um, just on the top of my head, I might just go with "What About Us." Just on top of my head.
Got to get on
That's,
up.
You can.
that's it.
I hate
Come and
that.
talk to me, the remix.
What?
Love
Yeah,
that.
I hate that "Get On Up" song. I hate that
Oh,
song.
well.
How do you?
It might sound
Okay,
controversial.
what exactly you did not like?
I didn't like the beat, man. Uh, I just felt like it was a bit too. It didn't fit the album, in my opinion.
Really?
I don't feel like it fit the album, but I might have to re-listen to the album again,
Mm.
just to see where it goes.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I mean that's one of my favorites. Another favorite of mine from Jodeci is Times We Share.
okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Um, Come and Talk to Me, the remix.
Yes. Classic.
Yeah, yep.
Do 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 do. Oh man,
Right.
what else? What else? Hell, I would even throw in this the shit they did with the Dog Pound. Come Up to My Room.
Yeah, Murder Was the Case soundtrack.
Yes. Woo.
That was dope.
Shit. Edwin asks, "What do you think of Michael Jackson's Invincible album?" I personally think it's underrated. Vocally, man, that's one of
Yeah.
the best albums vocally. Yes.
I didn't like it. Except for
What?
the I don't know. Forgive me, Mike. Except for the two singles, I like those, but I felt like to the Teddy Riley and Rodney Jerkins production, it wasn't meshing to me. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and it still won platinum. I just feel like it wasn't one of the Michael's best.
I can see where you're coming with that because I've heard like a lot of people say that album it was just trying to I heard a lot of people say he was trying to go for that like Usher-ish kind of
Right.
sound with that album and stuff like that, but I feel like it was pretty solid, very solid album. Definitely.
Yeah.
John asks, what do you think about the clips, Reg?
Mm. I gotta be real with you, John. I only like the second album. I didn't really care too much for the first one.
Oh man, I love the first one is classic. I love the first album.
Yeah, I respect it's a classic. But
With
I've heard
Brandon,
the album so many times it just grained in my head.
right?
Especially that everyone did that beat in the lunchroom
Yes,
and shit. I was just like, okay,
grinding joint. Jay-Z passed up on that beat. That's crazy.
yeah, I know about that. Yeah,
You know, the grinding joint. You know, you had I'm not you with Jada and Styles. And
mm.
you got some what's that? The joint they did with Faith. I forgot the name. Ma Don't Love You or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, hmm
First album was great. Hell Hath No Fury. That's my favorite one though. I
yeah,
think the Neptunes gave them like harder street beats on that joint. Hello New World. That's my favorite joint on that one. And um, Keys Open Doors and the Wamp Wamp joint with a Slim Thug. That's a classic album too. The third one I didn't really care for the what's that I forgot the name of that joint. But he had the joint with Rick Ross on there.
yeah. I forgot. That's forgettable as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't care. But the first two clips joints are classic to me.
True. Hey, try. I have a personal question. I
Yeah.
was gonna ask you. You
Uh,
you you, you like Cool Keith, right?
I'm not I haven't listened to all his stuff,
Uh,
but I'm aware of like his stuff.
you heard the Sex Style album?
I never heard that one.
Oh shit.
I gotta hear that one. I'm way behind the ball on Cool. The last Cool Keith album I heard was the Moose Bumps one. That was like the no, I'm lying. The last one I heard was the Keith album from last year that the Beatnuts produced, and I heard the Moose Bumps album. That was the one before that one.
Facts, facts.
But I'm aware of his stuff. I just haven't heard a lot. I'm way behind on like the Kool Keith solo stuff.
Yeah, man. To me, like,
You want to do an album review on that one? The sex joint?
yo, we can do it because low key, I've never liked that album,
Uh
but I've heard it years ago. I'm gonna re-listen to it one day.
right.
We could probably do it next week, maybe.
True, true. What about Doctor Octagon? You like that one?
Class, that's his
Yeah.
best one.
True, true.
Like No Awareness,
Right.
Blue Flowers, 3000. Jesus
Yeah. That was fire.
Christ. Just what him, Dan the Automator, Cutmaster,
Hmm.
just what they are, how he reinvented himself after the Ultramagnetic MCs
Right.
and stuff like that. Like that album and the Black Elvis album are my favorite albums he's ever done.
True.
Shit, man.
That's
I might just bump to the No Awareness. Just that instrumental is hard as fuck too.
right.
Nigga talking about nigga saying the most fucked up shit. Yo, Ash, whenever you have a chance, listen to Cool Keith, Dr. Octagonologist, whatever. I'll send it to you because it's a
Doctor
long
Octagon.
ass name and shit.
Makai asks, "What's your favorite '90s Prince album?"
Love Symbol.
I'm not really familiar with his '90s
The '90s one,
discography.
Diamonds and Pearls, Love Symbol, the Come album, uh, Chaos on Disorder. I like some of the songs on there. I don't the whole album I don't think was great.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Yeah,
Have you,
that's about it. Huh?
you ever heard The Truth that came out in '98?
From Prince?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. That's an album. I didn't even hear that about that one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
No.
that was when he dropped the Crystal Ball compilation.
Mm,
He threw in the Truth album with that because that was the time the Warner Brothers fiasco was happening.
right.
And it was like him and an acoustic guitar. It's like stripped down and some shit. It was very
That's
dope
cool.
album.
I didn't know
Like
that.
the song Dion is my favorite. Like,
I gotta check that.
yeah. I didn't care for that Raven 2, the Fantastic that came out in
Yeah.
'99. That shit was trash.
Yeah. And they promoted that heavily because that was like him going back on a major,
Yeah.
you know.
With fucking Arista record at Clive Davis.
Right.
Yeah. Nigga was on fucking TRL. Like when have
Hmm.
you ever seen
I
TRL?
remember he was on Good Morning America because they shut down Times Square for him for that album.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Like I'd rather listen to Emancipation over that, and that's saying
Right.
something.
Oh
Oh
boy.
shit. Um, Another Prince album for the '90s, like the Gold Experience.
That was a good album too. Ghost Experience.
Yeah.
That was good.
HU, Billy Jack Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What? Pussy Control. Ooh.
Dope song.
Yeah. Nigga that has Prince's best screen on wax. But I only wish he would have added like Days of Wild, Acknowledgement. I wish he would have put those on that album, but because that album was supposed to have came out in like in '94, but it kept getting back and shit.
That's crazy, man. Favorite DITC member? That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with probably Diamond D, maybe.
Definitely for me, OC. I think OC is slept on. You know, Word Life and Joell's classic albums. You know, even the stuff he did after Bon Appetit and his Star Child album was dope. Big L, he had one album, so I mean, but he was dope. I don't really put him high as OC or Diamond D though. But
no, they didn't. Oh, so I'm looking at my Escape album. These motherfuckers had the audacity to put some J-Lo album to replace this shit.
J-Lo?
What?
No, the fuck they didn't.
You got that from eBay? Did you get that from eBay?
That CD shit I went to a couple months ago.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
J-Lo on the 6, man. What the fuck? How you gonna put a J-Lo album with the Escape? What the fuck?
Because nobody wanted it. That's why.
Oh, damn, man.
No, I'm thinking no one didn't pay attention and put it in the wrong freaking case.
Man, and this is what I hate. And this is the first time I opened this fucking CD, man. Like, oh, J-Lo, like fucking J-Lo, man. This better have that Jenny from the Block. Let me see what songs have here, because I don't know any of these fucking songs. I want to be fucking mad as hell.
We might have to do a J-Lo review instead.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Shit, man. I don't know about a J-Lo. I mean, if we do a J-Lo review, yeah, try. You might have to pick a J-Lo album because I never.
I'm just gonna watch that. I don't like J-Lo as a singer. She's a good actress though.
Shit, man. Something just told me, Reg. Look at that Escape CD for a minute. Something just told me.
Oh Lord.
Shit. J-Lo? What the fuck? How the fuck she got him out? Speaking of which, have you ever looked at this album cover?
Wait, you never looked before you left?
You said what? No, because 9 times out of 10 it's always
you didn't look before you left.
Shit.
Oh,
where was you at? Like a swap meet or something?
Yeah, it was that one CD's vinyl meet and shit like that.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Oh Lord.
But at least the album's not expensive and shit.
Man.
Yeah, but dang, really?
Man,
they put J-Lo instead of Escape, really?
Man, I don't know any of these songs, man.
Oh. Wait, what's the name of the album?
On the 6th.
That's the first one she did. But If You Had My Love and where else?
Oh, that one. Now I remember that song.
Man, I got set up, man. Fuck. Okay, we still gonna do the review Sunday, but still. J-Lo.
Oh,
what we doing? Escape or J-Lo on Sunday?
Escape. Shit, just gotta get the fucking thing.
Hang on. I'm looking on Amazon to see if they got the actual Escape album. They got a lot of used copies.
That's out of print. That album is out of print.
Surprisingly, Amazon still got used copies of it.
They got used copies, yeah.
Yep.
Shit. Maybe one day we might talk about this album. One day.
Yeah. One day, never. I don't listen to J-Lo, so.
I don't really listen to J-Lo either, so I mean a song or two, yeah, but not like an actual album.
She's a great actress. I liked her. I liked her role in Hustlers. Great. She should have won an Oscar.
I need to see that movie.
That
I
was a
need to
great
see that
film.
movie.
See,
El Cantante.
everyone says she should have won an Oscar, but low key, it was just basically a basic performance from it. I mean, she did a thing, but
Right.
Oscar worthy, I don't
But
know.
she had a she you know what it is, because she had a weak cast, because they promoted that movie like Cardi B was gonna be in the whole movie and she wasn't. She only had like 2 scenes. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Cardi B, man, she was just playing her fucking self in that fucking movie.
But I think like Constance Wu was a good supporting actress. J Lo did her thing in that movie. She basically carried that movie on her own. You know, and El Cantante, that was a good film, but she does some good films, but I don't care for her singing.
I liked in that movie when that nigga was stalking. What's the name of that movie when that nigga was stalking her?
The Boy Next Door.
Next Door. I liked her in
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
That was cool.
especially that sexy.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Oh,
even a steamy sex scene. Like she wasn't naked or nothing. You know, they try to make it like it was like 50 Shades of Grey or something.
Oh Lord, 50 Shades. 50 Shades of shit. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Man, that movie was not a fucking point. I fell asleep like in the fucking 20 minutes in. I didn't know what that shit was about. Fuck out my face.
but who you really know will
bro.
go through the stuff that she did, like sign a contract pretty much for him to do whatever he wanted to do to her, and what
Right.
woman on the planet you know would do that?
You'll be surprised.
Exactly.
You'll be surprised.
Not
Sometimes.
me.
Shit. Oh, this is a good
Mm-mm.
one. Favorite artist from Bad Boy Records? Ronnie asked.
Biggie.
Oh,
Craig Mack.
I don't even gotta think about that.
Easy Mo.
yeah. Yeah, Biggie 112. Yeah.
Easy Mo B. Mace.
112, yeah. No, I'm not even including Mace on that. He had one good album. Biggie, 112, Faith Evans.
But see,
Yeah, Faith. Yep.
that Harlem World album though,
Mm.
it's top 5 Bad Boy albums. I don't give a fuck.
Yes, definitely.
Hell,
But if we talking about overall body of work, then I gotta include the other artists over Mace.
Yeah.
Craig Mack, yeah.
Carl Thomas. Well, Craig Mack only had one good
Oh
album.
yeah.
Yeah, one album. Him and Mace, they excluded from that list.
What was the name of that one artist on Bad Boy?
G Duck.
It was one artist on Bad Boy. I gotta look it up. It was somebody Puffy screwed over. I know that.
Oh boy, he screwed over everybody. The Locks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Black Rob.
That's the Black Rob. Yeah,
Right.
that's his name.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Life Story one day though. Gotta talk about that shit. Hell,
Yo-Yo or Lady of Rage? Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo,
Rage only came out with one album.
and it was trash.
I like it though, but Rage don't like it.
Man, if Rage would have came out in like 95, 96, it would have been over. It would have been over.
Yep.
Fucking Suge Knight was just so obsessed with Tupac and shit like that.
Mm.
Hell, you know Tupac and Rage had beef with each other, right?
Huh?
No.
Yeah, I know. I said, you know, Tupac and Rage had beef with one another too.
You told me that they had arguments or something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Pac wanted Lady of Rage to like be part of the whole Bad Boy Death Row feud, but Lady of Rage didn't want to do that, and Pac called her the weakest link in Death Row and shit.
Wow. And trickle over to our album.
Shit. Favorite TOC member, Left Eye.
Yeah, Left Eye.
He definitely was that spark for that group.
Yep.
But they ain't TOC.
Yeah, and speaking of Left Eye, Speaking of Left Eye, I'm Facebook friends with her brother and sister, and they follow me on Instagram.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You basically in the family.
Yeah, cause her brother liked some of the stuff I posted over the weekend, and I know Left Eye sister saw what I put, like a little mini Left Eye tribute on my IG story for Left Eye's birthday, and she liked it.
That's cool. Definitely a legend.
Very.
Yeah, she would have been 49 if she didn't die in that car accident.
Crazy.
You
Yeah.
know what's weird? She died the same day as Roger Troutman, and they all did songs. They did songs with one another.
He died the
TLC and
same
Roger
day
Troutman?
Left Eye did?
I think Roger Troutman and Left Eye died on the same day, 3 years apart.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yo,
I didn't know.
the Ray
Speaking
Roger.
of 112, did you someone was asking the question. Speaking of 112, did you see the battle on IG against Jagged Edge? No, I missed that.
That was
Oh,
bullshit.
Oh,
That
you didn't
was
miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing. The sound was terrible.
oh Lord.
I picked 112 from the beginning, but I just think it would have
That's
been better.
hard. That's hard. I like both Jagged Edge and 112.
I like Jagged Edge too.
Yeah.
Jagged Edge. They always came off as R&B thugs that needed love to me.
Right.
I like them, but
It was a heavy Jagged Edge crowd on Instagram for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of the women were picking Jagged Edge.
Oh wow. No one was showing
I
112
mean,
any
you
love at
had your
all?
112 fans, but I felt like it was more heavy Jagged Edge than 112.
I feel like with 112, niggas just look for Slim and shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only 2 members was there. I don't know what happened to Q and Deron.
What?
Yeah, they wasn't there.
Where were they at?
I don't know. They did not show up.
You know.
Okay, that deserves a rematch because that ain't fair.
Yeah, I agree.
Who saw the Kirk Cameron and Fred Hammond? No, Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond battle.
I didn't see it. I heard about it though.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see that shit either, man. But I know Kirk got the floor with Fred. I'm sorry.
I can believe that.
Shit. As long as Kirk just needs to stop singing, in my opinion. he just needs to stop singing. I mean, composer, writer, producer, he's good, but just don't fucking sing.
the Puff Daddy of gospel music.
Yeah.
I would not go that far.
No?
I would not go that far because Kirk, even when Kirk tries to do his little talks and chants, it's limited. Puffy just masturbates and orgasm all throughout the fucking track. Like, and I told you that we don't stop. Nigga, who's stopping? I just want you to stop talking, pretty much.
Oh, God.
Favorite song that Rodney Jerkins produced. Ooh.
Oh wow.
Rodney Jerkins.
I gotta look some of that stuff up. I know he did a lot of work with a lot of people, but I just can't think of them top of my head. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go with He Wasn't Man Enough with Tony Braxton.
Oh, that's yeah. That's one of my favorites.
Oh shit! I know he did Deja Vu by Beyonce. Oh shit!
I didn't know that either.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I like that. I like Daydreaming by Tatiana Ali.
He did that too? I thought Trackmaster did that.
Daydreaming.
Oh wow. Wow.
Oh, he did You Rock My World by MJ.
I know that.
He also produced It's Not Right But It's Okay by Whitney.
Right. Boy's Mine. Yep.
Yeah, The Boy's Mine, Angel of Mine. I like that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I almost nearly forgot he did One Wish for Ray J. Oh my God.
J Lo, If You Have My Love, we just talked about that.
Oh yeah. That wasn't a bad song though. I'll admit that.
That wasn't bad.
One. Yeah, that song wasn't bad.
Which shoes y'all rather wear, Timberlands or Jordans? Well, Jordans, for all seasons, and then for winter, Timberland.
Yeah.
Same.
To be honest, man, I'll just stick to Timberlands because I told myself I was not gonna wear Jordans again.
Right.
I never owned a pair of Jordans.
I'm not a
either,
Jordan fiend. Like once in the blue, Jordans is cool. I'm not like a fiend to get every pair of Jordans. So.
Yeah, I never owned a pair of Jordans in my life, and everyone just be like when they first hit the shelves, they want to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get those." Like, nah.
Marbury definitely played better with the Nets. He had his moments, but they were already losing at that time. This is before Jason Kidd came with Kenyon Martin and them. But I the Knicks. He went to the first round of the playoffs. That was like his only appearance with the Knicks in the playoffs, but he definitely had his moments with the Nets. They're definitely a Hall of Fame player.
Shit.
Favorite R&B producer all time.
Smokey Robinson.
R&B producer?
What you said, R&B producer?
Yeah, all time.
Mm.
R&B producer of all time.
R. Kelly.
I would go with probably
Babyface, yeah. He's good. He's great.
Babyface, Smokey. Um,
Yeah, I would go. I would definitely have to go with Babyface. He never disappoints.
facts.
I gotta go with Kells because Kells had like some of the hottest remixes for people.
Kells, man, like
You know what I mean?
I mean, I commend him for that, but just his personal life is just really in the toilet right now.
ooh,
I'm sorry.
I have to salute Sam because he mentioned Gamble and Huff.
Ashley, I know you got some R. Kelly albums.
No, I don't.
You have no R. Kelly albums?
The only things I know that have R. Kelly with him is just the best of CD
Right.
and the song he did for the Batman and Robin movie, Gotham City, that single.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
joint. That
yeah,
was
the
fun.
original and the remix.
Nice. Yeah,
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 I
that
like
nice
that.
looking chick on there with him rapping. I forgot her name.
I forgot her name. Wait, I got the
Yeah.
CD case for it in my room.
Right.
I'm gonna see if I can get it. I'll be right back.
That's an underrated joint too, Gotham City.
I love that joint.
Yeah, that was dope. Um, the joint that Kelly did with Janet.
You
R.
mean
Kelly and Janet?
Anytime, Any Place remix?
Oh yeah, yeah, the remix. Yeah, like he had some great remixes for himself and other artists.
Right.
You know, according to Babyface, you know, he was throwing shots at Teddy. Oh, I don't do remixes.
Yo,
Favorite song by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis they produced.
Ronnie,
Oh my God, they got a lot of hits too, man.
Come on, Ronnie.
gonna beat your ass.
Okay, okay. I like the one joint they did with Jordan and I. Give it to you.
Right.
Any freaking single they did with Janet. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Sherelle, I didn't mean to turn you on.
Okay.
Nice. I didn't know
I'm
they
happy.
did
Yeah,
that.
here's the case for that single, Gotham City.
Right.
Right.
Fire.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
go.
The remix, I forgot who that chick was on there. I
Yeah.
forgot.
A dyke chick.
Whoever some female named Strings.
Strings.
I forgot her name. I know her when I see her. BBD or Boys to Men.
Oh
I
shoot!
gotta go with BBD. Even though I love Boys to Men, I gotta go with BBD though.
I'm
I
gonna
would
go.
have to go with Boyz II Men because I've heard their music ever since I was little.
I think BBD was the perfect jump off point for Ricky Bell to showcase his vocals
Yeah,
because he didn't get that opportunity with New Edition.
yeah.
Um, regarding Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, I'm gonna say "Fake" by Alexander O'Neal and "Encore" by Cheryl Lynn.
Nice.
And I never knew that they did encore. I was like, oh shit.
Right. And that's been sampled so many times.
Right.
Above the Clouds or Mass Appeal.
Mass Appeal.
Mass Appeal.
But Above the Clouds is dope shows.
That's great though. Especially
Killed
that killed it. Yes. Favorite song by RZA that he produced. Too many, man. Too many, Ronnie. It's too many, man.
I gotta look some shit up. Hold on.
You don't gotta look nothing of it. Just all the Wu-Tang albums. Well, not all the Wu-Tang albums. Like the first three, and then the solo joints. Like, take your pick, man. Like Incarcerated Scarfaces, Shadowboxing, Brooklyn Zoo.
Ice Water.
Ice Water, the cow, like so many. He did so many, man.
Facts. Um, I got a question for y'all. I got a
Yeah.
question for y'all.
Uh,
Favorite
Yeah.
favorite, favorite Mariah Carey song.
oh shit.
Oh Lord.
Damn, yo, you get to be like Ronnie now. What's going on?
I
Shit.
know. There's too
Um,
many. There's too many Mariahs
I
that are
love Dream
good.
Lover.
Okay.
Try to Dream Lover, the Fantasy remix, the Honey remix, down
Mm,
Heartbreaker. I love all those songs, man.
okay. I like Heartbreaker. I like Can't Let Go. I like One Sweet Day with Boys to Men.
Love that song.
Yeah, yeah. Melt Away.
Hmm.
Um I guess her rendition of Make It Last Forever featuring Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Vision of Love,
Mm.
Hero, um, Underneath the Stars,
Ooh, that's another favorite of mine.
Cry Baby, and last but not least, Emotions.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Mint Condition. Did you guys know Mint Condition? To me, they're underrated.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been on that.
Shit. Yeah, Mint Condition, they're the shit right there, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my mom loves their music.
Yep.
RZA should do a battle with Eric Sermon.
We already saw RZA though. I want to see P Rock against somebody.
P Rock against Eric Sermon?
That would be great.
Mm.
That would be great. Or Alchemist.
Oh, Alchemist, yes.
You know what I mean? Muggs. Let's get Muggs in there. You know.
This might be the last question for the night. Turn off the lights or close the door by Teddy Pendergrass. Turn off the
Ooh,
lights. I'm going to turn off the
close the
lights.
door.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm lying here, waiting my dear. He went in on that part.
Yes.
But yeah, man. Yeah, this is a very dope review we've done.
Yes.
Oh man, this is the Joel Ortiz Mona Lisa. Stay tuned this fucking Thursday as we talk about Jay Electronica's album and stuff like that. Well, excuse me, Jay Electronica and Jay Z's collaborative album. Excuse me.
Jay-Z's new album featuring Jay Electronica.
Yeah, man. And this Sunday, Escapes, Traces of My Lipstick. So yeah, man. Just thank y'all so much for watching and stuff like that. Yeah, this has been fun as hell. This has been fun as hell and shit. So hope you guys subscribe, donate to the Patreon and whatnot. Hope everyone has a good night and stay safe out there. Peace.
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 Oh shit.